everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today we are taking a look at Transformers SS86 Scourge. Now this is just a slight repaint of the earlier version of this figure, which came out a couple of years ago. For some reason I didn't get him a couple of years ago when it first came out. I had the Universe Scourges sweeps at the time, and I wasn't too fussed about getting them, but over time, I've decided that I wish I had got this figure, and I was finally able to pick up a version at this year's TFN, and this is it. So, as always, we'll take a look at the vehicle mode, then we'll take a look at the robot mode, and then we'll do some size comparisons. So, for those of you who are not overly familiar with G1 Scourge, he turned into this kind of spacecraft, hovercraft thing. All the sweeps turned into this. They were all identical in every way, and Scourge was their leader, and he was created from the remains of Skywarp after they were abandoned by Starscream. So the SS86 version you have here, it does look very much like the original Scourge / sweep model, toy, sorry, and it's a nice shade of dark blue, then a lighter blue, and you've got the blue Decepticon logo, the Decepticon logo at the top here, some engines at the back. His feet are and hands, unfortunately, are still visible if you do flip him up, but there's nothing that can be really done about that, and it's a minor inconvenience for the figure as well. And if you want to also, you can pull this cowling away at the front here to reveal his face. And this did happen a few times in the show, and even in the movie, I think, where you could actually see the sweeps' heads while they were in vehicle mode. So yeah, it's a good. I like it. It's a very good representation of the original G1 Scourge and the sweeps. It would have been nice if they could have covered the bottom up a little bit better, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, all in all, a really nice rendition of that particular vehicle mode. So I'll just pause the video, get him transformed, and then we'll take a look at his robot mode. Okay, so here we have Scourge in his robot mode, and if I'm brutally honest, this is probably the best rendition of G1 Scourge we are ever going to get, unless they can solve some of the backpack issues that this figure does have, and they are pretty small issues, if I do say so myself. So, just to take a look at the face sculpt. Very nice, very accurate to how the original G1 Scourge looked, and yeah, I'm very happy with that face sculpt. The head itself is on a ball joint, so it will go from side to side a little bit. It will look up a very small amount and look down a very small amount as well. Now, the arms are on a ball joint as well. You could, in theory, send them all the way back if he didn't have his winged cape thing here, but you can't do that. It does have movement at the elbow, and the hand is also on a swivel, so will spin as well. The right hand is just molded plastic, and I do like the fact that they have given him his red nails there as well. The left arm is an open hand. The legs will go forward as much. You do have some bend at the knee. Mine's still very stiff because it's very new. And then you do have some ankle movement as well, so you can get him into some decent poses. Now, the one problem with this figure is obviously the backpack. He is a bit of a panel former, if I'm honest, and the excess side panels go here on the back of him, which I've tried to hide away behind his cape bits as much as possible with this figure. But all in all, it doesn't really deter from the look of the figure, because it does look more or less as G1 Scourge did in the show, and he looks absolutely brilliant. Now, he does come with one accessory. Let's just get him to stand up there for me. And that is his rifle weapon, which can just plug straight into the 5mm port there in his hand, and then he can blast away at things. So yeah, all in all, a really nice figure. So, I'll just pause the video and I'll get this set up for some size comparisons. So because of how my tripod works and how far it will go down, I've broken out my trusty brown box in order to do these size comparisons decently for you. So first off, here he is with his RID 2001 counterpart. That's the RID Scourge there. And as you can see, RID Scourge is a little bit taller than G1 Scourge, but not by much. It's mostly in these ridiculously large shoulder pads. But there you go, that's RID Scourge. Then here he is with another more recent acquisition of mine, Generation 1 Sandstorm. And Sandstorm is about the same height. And then here he is with SS86 Optimus Prime. So Prime, as he should, does tower over Scourge. And then finally, here he is with one of my old Universe sweeps. And as you can see, he does stand quite a bit taller than this particular version. I have 3 of these. I'm keeping 2 on the shelf for the time being to function as the other sweeps. So they'll have some time left on the shelf before I do get around replacing them. The only reason I didn't buy 3 of this one, and I did have my opportunity to buy 3 of them, is because I didn't want to spend all my money on sweeps at the convention, basically. So at some point, I will try and get a couple more just to round off the set. But yeah, all in all, that's the size comparisons. So, is SS86 Scourge worth your money at the end of the day? Well, the answer is obviously going to be yes. I mean, this figure ticks a lot of boxes for Transformers fans. The vehicle mode's very nice. The robot mode is very nice indeed as well. It's got good articulation, as you'd expect from an SS80 line figure and a modern generations figure. If you're a fan of G1, you're going to want this guy. If you're a fan of the 86 movie, you're going to want this guy. And if you're a general Transformers fan, you're going to want this guy. So all in all, I think Hasbro did a really good version of Scourge, G1 Scourge that is, with this figure. The only way I think they could possibly make this figure any better is if they do solve the backpack problem in the future. I'm not sure how they would do that. Maybe some parts forming, maybe some bits that come off. Who knows? I do know that they have reused this mold to create one other character, which is Alpha Trion. And he was sold in a 2-pack with Orion Pax, if I remember correctly, a couple of years ago. But yeah, if you're a Transformers fan in general, I think you're going to want this figure because it is a really, really nice version of Scourge, G1 Scourge. And I don't think we're going to get anything better than this unless they can solve that backpack problem. But hey, do let me know in the comment section what you think. Did you get this figure? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you not interested at all? Do let me know in the comment section. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you very, very much for taking the time to watch this video.